right, let's get right into it. I'm your host, Versatility Vision, Ultrasound Entertainment. You see the question and the topic on the screen. Does Star respect his core audience? And I started having conflicts with the title because at first I said, does Star care? But I don't think Star cares about anything. He might respect some things, but I don't think he cares about anything. That's my opinion. That's what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about my experience with Star and what made me actually want to make this video and raise the question, does Star respect his core audience? Now, I want to get this out there really fast. For you people out there who attention span is 2 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, maybe even 10 minutes, get to the point. Get to the point. In the comment section, you guys need to be over there with that part of the audience, with that type of platform. My platform and what I create is not going to take anything in 2 or 3 minutes. You want to be spoon-fed. I'm not here to parent you. So if it takes too long for you, if you can't hold your attention for more than 20 minutes, get the hell out. Be my guest. But that's what I'm going to be talking about. I'm going to be talking about my experience with Star. I got notes written down and everything because I called into a show. You know, and this is the backstory. I have to give you guys a backstory so you guys understand actually where I'm coming from. So I've known about Star since the Dave Chappelle show. That was the very first time I seen him. Never knew what he did at that time. Never knew what he did. I remember Star and Buck Wild, but maybe that was at somebody else's house because my household, we didn't watch that shit, or that wasn't on TV, or we didn't get to control to watch it or whatever. But I remember Star. And then I remember seeing him on Dave Chappelle. And then fast forward to 2013, 2014. I'm catching all these recommendations from this guy named Star. Shot 97. Live and direct. That's where I started at. So I can name all the Houston, like Houston. Good caller. Calls in, keeps it real. Houston. You have other names. You have Bob the Cop. You have Kanowski. You know, you had Bronx Pacino, who recently passed away. It was a lot of people that called in. I mean, you got your Danas, you got your number 9s, Lady Shade, the Lanskys. Like, I've been through the whole process. I've watched his channel grow from what it was. I watched his subscribers grow. You know, as a fan, you know, looking in. You know, but Star is a businessman. He's a capitalist. We all know that. For anybody who watches the show, he's a capitalist. All he gives a shit about is the money. Fine, that's cool. But if this guy has a platform, and if you call into the show and you send a hefty donation, you would expect some type of professionalism from him. So that's what we finna get into. So like I said, I got notes. The little back history going back to 2013. It was times that I was hesitant to call in because sometimes Star, you know, he'd just go off. He'd go off. And I was like, I ain't got time for that shit. You know, if I gotta, you know, spend money to get up on the phone, I might as well spend a hefty amount, you know, because, you know, I would think like, hey, ding ding, that's probably potential business right there. So I've called in before. Star doesn't remember me. I don't expect him to remember me. I remember when I sent him a message or something like that. I gave him my number. He called me. I should have saved that fucking voicemail. Should have saved it. But he called me back, and I was like, I fuck with this motherfucker. He actually called me back. And back at the time, like, he wasn't accepting anything over $2. So you can actually get on the phone and chop it up with him. And, if you went on no bullshit, then he'd probably keep you on the line. But, I asked the question, does Star respect his core audience? Calling in, I call in on topics that I usually can elaborate on. I just don't call in just to call in. That's not what I do. I don't do that to anybody's show that I've called in. Just call in just to call it. No. If I'm familiar with the topic, then I will, just put my 2 cents in about it if they're asking the question. And what my topic was when I called in, it was always hip hop. I mean, I probably called in a couple times in the past when it was probably something that I really couldn't elaborate on. I was just like, I wanted to call the show. This is motherfucking, this is Star, and then you do their, their report, their history report, you look back on their accolades and you see, I was like, okay, I can respect somebody like this. They got history, and I would call in on topics that I could elaborate on. This is, more later on, as I've grown with, Star as a listener, and as a supporter. I mean, because I can break down all of his catchphrases. I can break down all of his taglines. Like, he doesn't like friends. Supporters is what he prefers. Because like, a friend ain't shit. The fuck a friend gonna do for you? He likes people that support him or whatever. You don't have to quote me on it, but I'm pretty sure after listening to him for years, I've heard him repeatedly repeat everything, that he's been saying for years. So it's like no question. You just have to go back and you have to listen to him. And since he has a lot of videos, you got a lot of listening to do. When I first ran into him online, I had to listen to past episodes. And that's usually what I do with anybody that I think is an influencer, or, they're actually on YouTube trying to create something. They're being productive. So if I didn't say this before, I'm not trying to slander Star. I'm not trying to slander him or call him bad names or even come at him in any way. I'm just asking the question. So it's like, my facts about Stars are not opinions. He's been in radio for years. That's a fact. He always says he's a man of a certain age. That's a fact. And it's because this stuff came out of his mouth. So it's not me making anything up. He used to be a former drug addict. He's had a liver transplant. So it's a lot of stuff he took us through his life. Sometimes he gives stories, and yeah, sometimes that is deserving of a little donation. When you're getting that type of information from somebody who can just ultimately just get on the mic and just bullshit all day or whatever. But again, like, that's why I was very hesitant to call in, and it's like, I was like, okay, this nigga's a Taurus too. He's a Taurus. I don't know if he's in astrology and shit like that. Some people just like, they just write it off like, astrology. All right, nobody cares about that. It's like, okay. But, I remember something that put some validity to it when he was like, hey man, I'm analytical. I pay attention to little details and stuff like that. So that's one of the things that really made me rock with him or whatever. In the beginning, I've contacted him, tried to talk about business, but Star would get lost. And everybody fucking knows this. Star, he'd be on, you'll think he's on like this pattern where it's like, he can, keep his train of thought. It's something to go by, a day to go by, something like that, and this motherfucker fell off track. So it's like the emails, he ain't got to. He forgetting to read super chats. And I'm not saying this nigga's just getting old to the point where you see now, but I'm just saying, like, people that spend money with you, who genuinely spend money with you, and they're actually not calling in for the monkey shit. They're not calling in for the minstrel show. Because you present yourself, he presents himself, he says it all the time. Like when Star is in his element, he'll let you know at the end of his show. And somebody tell me if I'm wrong. He'll say, I hope you're enlightened and somewhat entertained. That's one of his best catchphrases. That's one of his best taglines. I hope that you were enlightened and somewhat entertained. Because it's like, I don't play no games on this microphone. It's like me, when I call in about hip hop, I'm calling in because I don't play no games on this fucking mic either. You might have a different way of showing it, but I feel the same as you do. I don't play no games on this mic. I work. I still have a 9 to 5. I have to go to work if I want to eat. What's another one of his catchphrases? Streets gotta eat. Ribs is touching. Nigga, the streets gotta eat. So it's like for people who have stuck around, you know, hopefully you see what I'm talking about. You know, and it's like, you know, a lot of people call in for the bullshit. Motherfuckers call in, you know, trolling, and I mean, he called the live chat the troll babies. And that's the 85%. Straight up. Because he doesn't entertain the 85%. He said that too. The dumb, the deaf, and the blind. Now, the money that I used for Star, I could have sent that to Brother Rich. And if you don't know who Brother Rich is, you ain't woke yet. You need to holler at Brother Rich. I owe Brother Rich money. Not saying that like he gave me money and I didn't pay it back. I'm saying that the information that I done got from Brother Rich over the years and the people that he's had on his platform, nigga what I should have not given to Star. Sonetter. We can go to the so-called conscious community. I owe him money. You know, because of the information that he gave me and the people he had on his platform. There's a lot of people, Zoe Williams, Corey Holcomb. I mean, I can go on for days and days. So this is not something that like I just get on YouTube and start ranting and rambling about random shit. I already know it's like stupid ass motherfuckers that's gonna come on here and be like, this nigga's in his feelings. Like, nope, not in my feelings. If I was in my feelings, I wouldn't have made the video. That's when the nigga's in his feelings. Now, I'm actually speaking because, hey, I gave this man money and he just was, he was already in some type of mode where it's like he saw the hefty donation. However he may call it. I don't know. He might not even think it's hefty. But I'd say that in a month, that some people that calls on his show, within a month, the people that he actually shows courtesy to, they'll spend that maybe in 2 months, maybe a month that I spent in one day. I mean, there's some people who do it every day. So I'm not saying that I sat there, I'm paying more than everybody and everything. No, I am at a point where I'm like, okay, who am I going to do business with? Because I know it. I understand it. I get it. I don't have any credentials or certificates to prove that I understand business. I know the basic elements of business. So I choose to want to spend my money where I'm going to get some type of, probably not a profit, you know, in the beginning stages, but it's a step in the right direction. It's an investment. So it's like me choosing to invest in Star is serious to me. Because I don't know when this nigga's playing around. I don't know when he's serious. That's why it's so many times it's so hard to call in. Because it's like, is this nigga on some bullshit or is he serious? So I said, you know what? I'll let the money do the talking. I'll pay an entry fee or something like that. So he'll know, oh, this nigga might have something to say. I mean, we all know like he sent videos. I mean, not videos, but he's told people that somebody, they'll pay to sit somebody down. And if you know the show, you know what I'm talking about. And I really want to like, even though I'm conflicted with Lady Shay, but I want to give her props though. But I just seen her on live and she's like, she ready to come back and start pocket and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? But I actually seen what she was talking about, because a lot of people don't understand. I remember that episode, and Lady Shay, I sent you this video. I hope you're listening, and this is the part where I start talking about you, not in a bad way, but in a good way. I'm not focused on the negativity and shit and what I disagree with you on. I'm not focused on that. But Lady Shay came up with this formula for Star to remember his callers. Guess what she said? If you remember the episode, Lady Shay said, Star, why don't you just read them their area codes? It was huge. It was big. It was huge. I was like, damn. He can't say nothing about her because he's always bragging again. This is another one of his catchphrases. I'm 50 something years old. Why am I schooling y'all? So then he pretty much got schooled for something so simple, just remembering it, and it's like, once you think about it, it's like, it was true. It's like, damn, Star, you got the phone system right in front of you. You're not shouting out the area codes. You just asking who's on the line. The fuck are you doing? Like, I understand people go through motions. People they're still living life. They're going through shit, but this is a man he says, nigga, I don't play no games on this microphone. And I can dig that. Because I don't make videos for fun. I don't make videos to gain likes and things like that. I just think it's the best thing to do when you have a platform who allows you to actually just spit your mind. Real spill. Motherfucking Nick Cannon said that. I was like, damn. That shit probably been out for a while, but real spill? I'm like, god damn. Shit, I owe that nigga money. He don't need no money from me. A lot of these people really don't need my money. They don't. But for my investment, I think it's a purpose. That's for me, because it's an investment. So I mean, you guys could listen to the show. I don't know where I came in. I really don't want to go back and rewind and put where I came in and I called. But if you hear that episode, you'll hear where I came in. And then I'm like hinting this dude. I'm hinting Star. Like, I just sent in this donation. I want to talk about business. Yeah, I'm talking about the topic. Yeah, you got to make sure you stay on topic when you call Star Show. Now, if you're not a long time listener, you got to understand that ticks his ass off. When you start going off topic, you start talking about other people and all this other stuff. He doesn't like that. I was staying on topic, but it was a segue. It's a transition. Like, nigga, I just didn't send that in because I had it. I sent that in because that was an entry fee. That was a donation. That was actually an investment that I was trying to set for you to see. I'm not going to tell nobody. Oh, well, holla at me behind the scenes. Like, he says that a lot too. Holla at me behind the scenes. But Star, you don't even read your own emails sometimes. He'll tell you what his email is. He'll tell you everything. But that doesn't mean that he's going to get it that day. Who knows the traffic this man gets through his phone, his emails, his DMs, his Facebook pages, whatever it is. Because he's an influencer. And this is why I raised the question, like, does he really respect his core audience? Because his core audience is not the dumb, deaf, and blind. But it's a lot of them motherfuckers who are fans of Star, though. A lot of them motherfuckers. So like I said, I've been watching them for years. And I'm just raising the question, and I'm just like, damn, is that how you treat somebody who spins script like that? Like he sat some people on there for like about an hour, and they wasn't talking about shit. They ain't talking about a goddamn thing. And it's not saying, yeah, get him off the phone, but I'm like, bruh. Oh, you're not his brother either, yeah. So you know, he's real tedious and he's aggy about that type of stuff, you know. It's another word he likes to use, you know. But it's just crazy because, you know, like I said again, Lady Shay, you know, that was supposed to be his ride or die. Shay, like, if you're listening, that was supposed to be your ride or die, and she had to step away from him. I don't know what happened. Like I tried to find out. She probably don't remember me or whatever. Lyrical Alchemist on Instagram. You know, I tried to find out. She's like, I don't want to talk about that shit. Hey, fuck it. I ain't gonna ask twice. If you don't want to talk about it, she says video. And I watched the video and I understood where she was coming from. Like I said, Lady Shay, you figured out a formula for Star to actually focus and control his callers or whatever. And I don't know what episode that was, but it's probably maybe like a year or two ago, if I ain't mistaken. It's been recently or whatever. I mean, because we all know how loose and reckless Live and Direct was. This nigga DJ Alias, like this nigga, I don't know why he ain't brought back the bell. The bell with the motherfucking the audience sound effect. Nigga, that was the shit. Especially he'd say some real shit. Nigga, he'll ring that bell, ding 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 ding. The sound effect get the clapping. You need that type of shit sometimes. You know, but maybe he doesn't want to do it anymore. I don't know. But that was the time that I came in. DJ Alias, like I said. DJ Alias in the motherfucking background cracking the fuck up. Cracking the fuck up at this nigga. I'm like, this nigga's crazy. He's entertaining. But at the same time, he's dropping jewels. And I appreciate that. Nigga, we don't get that no more. I'm 33 years old. We don't get that no more. No. Everybody's for self. Everybody's all about they self. You know, it's like I've watched everybody either come and go, or they still come around, but they're not really active like that, you know. So, and it's just like Lady Shay, like, hey, shit, Lady Shay that's her dude. That shit was funny, you know, the shit that she would say to him and his response to it, and when he'd get mad at her and cut her mic off and hang up on her, like, hey, that shit was entertaining. But again, in between all that shit, still dropped some jewels, you know. So like I'm on there just pretty much trying to see if I have, I wouldn't say a business partner, because, like, you know, when Star talks business, like, he's like, if you ain't got 120K and all that shit, you know, nigga, get the fuck out of here. Ain't nobody got no 120K to work with anything right now. Most niggas for 120K disappear some damn where if they had 120K. Ain't nobody finna tell you that they got 120K. But that's just my opinion about that. You know, when it comes to the amount of money to get your attention. You know, so it's like, hey nigga, I gotta crawl before I walk. I got some big shit that I want to do. But I'm not gonna just put all my shit out there and try to end up going homeless to get somebody's attention who claim they about business, you know. And I don't even mean business is going into like being a partner or anything like that. This is promotion. It's an investment for me. Now, if Star, you know, wanted to learn or know about my ideas and what I had, and like, damn, that shit, I can make some money right there. Ain't nobody doing that. I think you got a vision there. Then maybe that's when we become partners. But if I'm paying you to promote something and you don't even, the donation was hefty. It was hefty. I don't care
Yeah,
if Stars
it was
actually
still hefty.
says or tells anybody what, even knowing the possibility that your ass probably gonna cut off. This nigga probably leaning. He probably grooving. You know, it's like it's obvious. You know, especially when you've been watching for so long, and you know, especially with him saying that he, you know, he used to be a cokehead. Like, I'm just like that. Like, why don't I see that? I mean, that's the first red flag. I mean, hey, if you do cocaine and it works for you, fine. But what's another one of his taglines? My body got tired of being sick and tired. So he stopped that shit. But it's just like Judge Mathis says sometimes, nigga, but you got coke tendencies, though. Sometimes you got coke tendencies. And if it's not coke tendencies, then it's either or. There's no gray area. It's either coke tendencies or the long-term effect of using cocaine. And this can factor in many factors or whatever, as far as if you snort it, if you inject it, if you smoke it. And who knows? He probably did all of it. But for people who are not into the brain and who don't understand just mental awareness, you got to think about that. I've never done cocaine. I have no urge to. I don't care if all my friends around me did cocaine. I still wouldn't do it. And there will be no one to convince me that I should try or do cocaine, you know. But, you know, it's like anytime that you see he on some bullshit, hey, what you smoking? Keep it real. Keep it real. What you smoking? Like, starting nobody smoking shit, nigga. Did you just see the donation I handed in? Can you focus for a second and get back to your bullshit? Just focus for a second. This is all I was trying to get him to do, was focus. But this nigga wasn't trying to focus. I'm like, so you just gonna... That's how you gonna do it then. Okay. He said, I'm gonna keep you right there. This nigga, he didn't keep me on shit. He put me on mute, but he didn't keep me on shit. Everybody else is, you know, getting their chimes in, going back and forth and everything. And it's like, hey, I got something to say about that. I got something to say too. I'm not trying to drag shit out and anything like that. It's like, hey, I mean, he gives nicknames to people, you know? Mo with the facts. Dana with the data. And it's like, it's been plenty of times where they both have contradicted themselves. There's been callers who have called them out on that shit. But yet they still are on there. And they still get to talk. They still get to speak after, like, hey, these motherfuckers wasn't stupid. I remember when, I mean, I don't know how many times Mo has been called out, but I remember it's been recently, you know, because these are his new hosts. Like I said, I was there before the Star in the Morning, when it was Dana, when it was Number 9, when it was Shampoo and Lansky. I mean, I don't have nothing to say bad about any of them, but I saw the shadiness, and I'm gonna exclude Shampoo. I don't know, like they have a good relationship, but we all know who the shadiness was. You know, I can say it, Lansky. Lansky was shady towards Star, but he put up with it. Everybody was trying to do their own shit. Wasn't happening. Niggas wasn't driven like that. Not saying they wasn't, you know, but it's like, hey, Time to Heal was there, and it wasn't. Lansky's Corner was there, and it wasn't. And it's still people that keep trying. Like Dana, I can give her effort on that. I've been on Dana's show before. You remember the show about colorism? Uh, that's where I was, but I didn't know what the hell Dana was doing. Had the white boy. I got nothing against white people either. I'm just saying she had the white boy on there. We're talking about colorism, and we're not getting anywhere. I think that was mostly for entertainment, purposes. It was like, wait a minute, is this a minstrel show too? Or are we really talking some real shit? Or is she trying to do Star? Is she trying to entertain and enlighten at the same time? But it was more entertainment than enlightening. And again, I was on that show, and it was before shit. When was that? It was like before Father's Day or something like that. So you can go back and grab my receipts, just like you can go back and grab my receipts about me being on the show. Like I said, I've been on the show maybe out of all the times that I've been listening to Star, maybe 5 times over the span of probably like 5 years or something like that. I can't recall. I don't remember. But out of all this time that I'm listening, I'm thinking like, okay, should I call? I just call in to see where his head at, or do I invest? Because I already tried the way. Like he'll tell you, sir, hit me up on my email. The hater, blah 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 blah. Yeah, I tried that. That doesn't work. I'm not looking for a rapid response. But if you got somebody controlling your email, you need to find out what the hell they're actually inquiring about. And that's not what happened. So I was like, the email don't work, and I'm not finna go through all that. I'm a grown ass man. I don't need to go through all that. If the man said his email, that's where you get in contact with him as a man. You're gonna take that man on his word, and you're gonna hit him on the email. And if he don't get back to you in a week, then okay, then he didn't see it. So it's like I wasn't looking for a rapid response in the beginning, but Star kind of changed up his platform. If you was paying dough, you could call in. Like before, like you couldn't just call in. He wasn't giving nobody the number. Like I said, all this stuff is now recent. Is recently. So now you can call in if you make a donation. $5 minimum. So that means the dumbest, stupidest, ignorant motherfucker could call in, piss him off, throw him off, or anything. So then it's like, damn, if I call in, I'm getting the fucking short end of the stick. But I'm trying to make an investment. And I get fucked in the process, because it's like, what the fuck then? Nigga, don't promote that type of shit then. Don't promote it. And it's like, I was heavy on it. I used to be heavy on it in the beginning, but now it's like I can talk to him directly, so I don't have to go through the goddamn email, because you hear it all the time. Stop sending me emails during the show. If this shit ain't about business, stop hitting me up during the show. Oh, who the fuck is texting me? If this is your first time hearing this broadcast, and this is your first time hearing about crazy because the day that I make the video, I get a notification that Lady Shay is live, and I catch the part when she like starting to holler at me. I'm ready to get back on the team on the stable. I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck? So I don't know. Like it's sometimes like when you're watching him, you don't know what's reality and what's fiction. I guess you would say. You know, it's like he can't make up his mind. You know, if you've listened to his recent episodes, he pretty much went from just dating nothing but young females, 25 and up or whatever. Then he said, I can't fuck with them no more. They too crazy. They can't cook. They can't clean. They can't do shit. All they want to do is turn up. I'm only fucking with older females. A couple episodes later, he comes back and says he can't fuck with the old bitches no more because they got too much shit going on. He goes back to the young females. And then just most recently, but I don't know if that was the most recent. It fucks me up because this nigga can't make up his mind, and I'm just like I'm just regurgitating what I heard, you know. So it's not gonna come out perfectly, but it's like, damn, this nigga can't make up his mind. And during this whole time, he's trying to use dating apps to successfully, you know, I guess try to find one of these females that he wants to settle down with or try to settle down with. You know, the POFs, the Tinders, the Match.coms and shit. I'm like, this nigga is like, is he for real? Or is he playing around? This nigga can't make up his mind if he want the 25-year-old or if he want the 45-year-old. Because I can recall, like, one of the recent ones is like he was hearing shit from people, from women who have been neglected and abused and ex-husbands. It's like, nigga, you know that they got fucking time on them. Nigga, they got stories to tell, just like you have stories to tell. But he don't want that. But you want somebody, you know, who ain't got nothing to tell. They ain't got no story. Maybe they do. Maybe they're an old soul. Maybe that's what he's looking for in a young woman. But the programming and all that shit that goes on nowadays, I don't know about that. You would like a woman with a story on her, because that means, like, you know, she understands life. That's my opinion. I don't want to get off topic or anything, but you know, a woman with a story, you know, especially if it's a genuine story, it's her experience and shit like that, and what she had to go through and opportunities she had, you know, just shit like that, yeah. And it's just like I was talking about the attention span earlier. It's like I'm starting to think this nigga's attention span is not. I mean, when Star is in his element, he's in his element. You can't take that away from that man. When he's in his element, he is in his element. But when this motherfucker starts to just go off track, then you start to see exactly what I'm talking about. Because it's like he can sit up there and rock by himself, no callers, no nothing. He'll just rock out for 2 hours. But there's those times where this nigga just goes off the rails. It's like, what the fuck? So it's like, was it bad timing? Or was this nigga gonna do this regardless? Because anytime that I called in, you know, Star have some smart shit to say to me. It's like, nigga, I'm not calling in here doing any of that. I stay on topic, and I'm trying to find out, how can I promote my shit on your channel? Like I said, trying it in the beginning, that was one way. I'm not going to do something again that I just seen that doesn't work. Like, yes, nigga, you answer your emails. We get that. But you don't get to all of them. And whoever else takes over it at some time, they're not going through all of them. And if they're contacting them, they're not even asking them what they're contacting them for. Because then the message should be directed to you. Got that shit cracking. Now you can donate a minimum of $5 and call in and talk to Star. System popping. How about that? Because like I said, like I don't expect to be taken seriously. He doesn't know me. He doesn't know shit about me. Like I said, like if I was a businessman, people that reach out to me about business, I'm gonna make sure that I try to know, just something about him. So if this motherfucker goes through trials and tribulations in his life and it pops up again, or uh, within a time, especially on your platform, then it's like, oh yeah, I remember you. Prince J, I remember you, man. Where you been? What's up? Good to hear your voice. That shit. Never heard my voice before. I remember the first time I called, thought, good to hear your voice. Never heard my voice before. Interesting. But anyway, like I don't be expected to be taken seriously, especially on a platform where it's saturated with the dumb, deaf, and the blind. Some of them don't get through. There'll be some days you hear them, but there'll be days where some callers calling and they talking some real shit. Most of the motherfuckers is over 35. I'm 33. Start think that, that's still young. To him, yeah, 33, that's still young. But it be some young callers that call in. And they're like, they're on it. I'm like, wow. But it's catered to the dumb, deaf, and blind. He says that that's not what he's trying to promote. He don't want to speak to them. But that's who call in. Like he said, I ain't got no mods. Niggas can come in here and turn up. Turn up, big nigga. Turn up, big nigga. Let's go. I'm with the shits. I want all the smoke. It's like you're inviting that type of behavior on your platform. And I understand everybody got to have fun, got to laugh and everything like that. But, if you're talking about business and you want to do business, you got to be ready. You got to know when that shit pops up. And like I said, you can't get me wrong. He got people that get on there and they spit that real spill. It's rare, but it happens. Other than that, it's the monkey show. It's on some monkey shit. It's whatever. Like I said, as he says, some of his shows, he says, I hope you're enlightened and somewhat entertained. But putting the emphasis on some of his co-hosts, as far as, making them more cosmetic than they are, more made up. He doctors them up with these nicknames to make them seem more official. But they contradict themselves. And it's just an observation. I mean, you can't tell me that I'm fucking lying. You can't tell me I'm lying. I've listened. I could take screenshots of my history of when anytime Star comes on, I'm right there listening. Star is actually good to listen to before I go to work. I listen to Star before I go to work. I listen to Star when I'm on my break. I listen to Star when he comes live when I'm on my last break. I listen to him. He's like one of the biggest influencers on, I guess you would say, underground YouTube, because I listen to Zoe Williams. I listen to a lot of people. And some people probably listen to the same people I listen to. So you understand why Star is up there, because if you can put Star and Zoe Williams in the same category, some niggas might debate over that. I would love to hear that motherfucking shit. Star versus Zoe Williams. And these we dealing with, men here. We're dealing with individuals and shit. So like I said, I'm not knocking them. This is just an observation. I'm asking the question: Does Star really respect his core audience? That's a simple question. That's it. Motherfuckers, I think that's, if it's just a simple question, why you take all this time to say it? Yeah, because you a short attention span and have an ass motherfucker. And you shouldn't breed. And nobody who's related to you should breed, because it's probably a fucking defect in your genes somewhere that's spreading that shit around. And that's real shit. fuck that. People want to do the mental masturbation on my in my comment section and all that shit. Like, get the fuck out of here with that. A lot of you motherfuckers can't hang with me. A lot of you. Even the motherfuckers who do have platforms. You can't fuck with me. I know, I done heard you. I done seen it. I'm not talking about anybody in particular. I'm just saying. You motherfuckers in the comment section got a lot of nerves. That's another thing. Like, you know, Star even allows people on this show who don't even want to show their face. These perpetrating. Straight up. Perpetrating. You don't know if it's a white boy, a white girl, whatever. Who cares, really? But he's asked, like, hey, man, why you don't want to show your face? Because there's a lot of people that get up on that show. They talk a lot of shit. They talk a lot of shit that they wouldn't say in people's faces. And the people who talk the real big shit, maybe like 6-something. 6-something, 250. But nigga, do you know there's an equalizer for that shit? So cut that shit out. You ain't immortal. You can be equalized with your 6'6" and 250 and all that other shit. You can be equalized very quick in a matter of seconds. You know, and that says, like, you know, so you have some bullies on there sometimes. I don't know, Star may be a bully himself. He got a whole lot of aliases. They might not be trademark or copywritten, but, you know, Chucky, your friend to the end. I mean, all that shit. He has aliases that he calls himself and shit. But like I said, I'm still going to watch his show. I'm just not going to give that nigga no money. I'm going to sit back like everybody else who don't call in, who don't donate, and just watch this nigga go off. That's what I'm going to do. There's no need for me over there at all. I'm let these motherfuckers sit there and argue about stupid shit. I'm gonna let these motherfuckers sit there and not show their face, but talk the big shit. Talk the biggest shit. Like, it's people that, like, I could do a whole video on who versus who. And you know, pretty much just explain what the fuck is that. Niggas giving niggas want the address. This nigga's up here. This nigga, I was like, what the fuck? Is this nigga serious? So it's just like, that's what I got to do. I just got to sit back and let them motherfuckers do what they do. I tried, you know. It's like I can't be mad because I tried. You know, maybe any other day when I didn't have no time, I could have called in and he would have recognized the hefty donation and be like, "Oh shit, nigga, what's up? Nigga, what you want to talk about in this motherfucker?" You know, you sent in a hefty donation, so, you know, what's up? What's going down? But to not remember me, and it's like, yeah, I understand, like, your people, you got people and you're going through life and stuff, so it's like, yeah. But nigga, I've contacted you about business before. So I'm not going to keep reminding your ass that I've contacted you about business. I'm not going to keep reminding you that I sent the email. I did all that shit. But I realized that this motherfucker had finally upgraded his damn calling machine. And you can call and you can talk. You can call in and you can talk business. And yeah, nigga, promote your shit. Like, this nigga ain't even saying you got nothing to promote. Even with a hefty donation, even if that's what that was worth. It's niggas that just roll up in there maybe $5, $10, $20. Mostly I would think $5. But they're able to promote whatever the fuck they got going on. Even if they don't have nothing to promote, he still asked the question. But with me, nah. Nah. You know, it's like, I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, Lady Shay walked away from this nigga for a while. And maybe it's like, she's just like, fuck it, this is where I need to be. I don't know if that's still up, but, you know, I'm going to send her this video because I told her I got something she going to dig. I think she'll dig this. You know, Star probably is not gonna listen to all this. Stars, you know, he's probably not gonna listen to this. I don't give a fuck. This is for my audience. You know, this is for people who even give a shit. I don't, you know. I'm just saying, like, you know, you just gotta watch who you think you can do business with or try, you know, to promote and stuff like that. Because there's a lot of things out there where you can promote, but you really don't know what is getting promoted to. And if you're like me, if you're an artist, you don't know where the fuck to promote at. How do you know that this $400, this $500, $600, even $20 is going to something where you actually getting results, where you're actually reaching people? You don't have that. And there's places and I mean websites and stuff like that that specialize in that, but some of us don't know. We don't know. We know when we Google the shit that everything comes up and its mama come up, but we don't know which one is the right one. So it's like this is like a situation that I'm talking about with Star. It's like he was part of a Google search where it's like, but at the same time it was like he wasn't a part of a Google search because I'd been listening to the motherfucker forever. I've known about him forever. I just attempted to do some type of promotional deal. This nigga can't even get to that. Like, yeah, he got people promoted on this shit. Like I said that he has that. He shows the banners and stuff like that. I was like, I know I need a banner. I got banners ready and stuff like that. And I got everything ready for this motherfucker to let it go. Just to put my shit out there. And this nigga's not even ready. Even when you send in a hefty fucking donation. Ain't that a bitch? It's fucked up. You know, but like I said, I'm just asking a question. That's it.